am Ashley.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is the Love Story Podcast. And Movie Magic, we're back in the studio.
We're back in the studio.
Yes. And this is Love Story Podcast. You're Jesse.
I'm Jesse. And you're Ashley.
Yes, I am. And we are still in our hot Disney summer.
What are we talking about today, Ashley?
Well, this is one of my faves.
Yeah, me too.
We watched Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
And
one.
I'm a big fan of Aladdin. And big fan of the Aladdin game for Sega.
Oh, sure.
It's a good one. Almost impossible to beat. I can only ever get to level 4, I think, when they're in the dungeon.
We had Sega, but I don't remember what I really played. Sonic was a big one.
Yeah. I was not a big... We had Sonic 3D, but I don't think I am ADHD enough to really get into Sonic, you know?
What does that mean? You don't know if you think you're ADHD enough.
Because it's just like, bum, 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 one thing after another, and it's just like, over here, spinning, jump up, get the boing, you know? And then it's too much. And it's like, and it also feels a little bit of like, is there really any skill involved? You just kind of like go, and then you're just trying to mitigate disaster the whole time.
Sure.
So it really is like, did you hit the speed bump, you know, or did you hit the little
bouncy
jetpack?
Or whatever.
So it's really more of just like, watch this spinning ball zoom through. So maybe but I do think I was better at Sonic than I was at Mario, like Mario and Super Mario, because that involved more skill.
Yeah.
And so maybe I was the right amount of ADHD for it, because it was like Mario, I would just like, you know, I didn't have the patience, and then it was like timing your jumps and whatever, and it was like, ugh, I don't care. But Sonic is like, yeah, jump on and go, who cares? There's no skill. Sure. So now that I've talked through this, maybe I was more of a Sonic girly than I thought.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. I was terrible at regular Mario and Super Mario. Terrible.
I never played Super Mario, really. We didn't have a Super Nintendo.
I was terrible at the side scroll, but I jumped in hard to like Nintendo 64 games.
We went from Nintendo to Sega to PlayStation. We didn't have a 64 or anything.
Oh, we didn't
PlayStation
have.
would have been right around the same time as N64, though.
Sega Genesis and 64 came out around the same time, I believe. PlayStation 98?
96 and 64
I was going to say 96. Oh, 96. Okay, 96 was Nintendo 64. PlayStation, I think, was 98. And GameCube.
94.
What?
PlayStation, yeah.
Wow.
North America, 95. Yeah, so it was right about on the same time.
So maybe PlayStation 2 was like 98. You're right. We had Sega first. Melissa had Nintendo. She had Super Nintendo. And we had Sega. So my experience as playing Luigi was, she carried the team for sure.
Yeah.
And then I carried the team in Clay Fighter. And then my aunt had 64 and Dreamcast.
Dreamcast. That's a good one.
Yep. So that was where we got that experience. Then I think we got an Xbox at one point we got for Christmas. Other than that, it wasn't until we were buying our own things when I got a GameCube. And when we moved to St. Cloud, then it was like our house became the gaming house. We became the party house. And so everyone set up in the basement. We had LAN parties with a bunch of PCs all hooked up. Yeah, we were doing that with playing Diablo. Yep. And then with that, people just brought over gaming consoles. So I don't know that I ever had a GameCube, but there was a GameCube available. Maybe that was Allie and Tom's GameCube. Yeah, it was just a party house. So we just had whatever systems people wanted to bring over and then sit up and have a little LAN party.
Nice. So back to Aladdin.
Back to Aladdin, yeah. Aladdin is one of the good ones. And the Sega Aladdin game is really tough. Yes. But also good. And that's one of those ones that you could sit and play it for hours, and as soon as you die and run out of continues, then it's like back to the beginning, I suppose. If you've done it once, you've done it 1,000 times. So race through, get to the end, on to the next one.
So we open with a merchant trying to get the viewers hooked.
Which is good. I like the breaking the fourth wall of Aladdin in the beginning.
Yeah, for sure.
And then...
What did you say? The fancy something Tupperware.
Yes. That was...
Still good.
Yes. Is that Robin Williams too? Yeah. He plays a lot of characters. One-off characters. And then goes in to tell the story of Jafar.
Looking for something exceptionally rare.
Oh, yes, because he is talking about the magic lamp, and he's like, it doesn't look like much, but whatever. And then cuts to Jafar in the desert with
Gazim, the humble thief,
who has to go into the Cave of Wonders.
And then doesn't work out for him.
No, it does not, because only one may enter here.
Only one may enter here.
And so then because of that, Jafar is like, because he's looking for a rough
diamond in the rough. Yeah. So Jafar, who is
the
Sultan's vizier,
yeah, royal
needs
vizier,
his
diamond in the rough.
The Sultan's ring to find out who the diamond in the rough is.
Yes. And so he basically, like, his serpent staff
hypnotizes
him to give him the ring.
Jafar, everything you need. Yeah.
And meanwhile, we also have the princess who's being wooed by all of the neighboring princes.
They're attempting
to woo her. Yeah, and she's just like, ugh, over it, totally over it. Her and Raja. Yep, they're hanging out. She and Raja are hanging out. And so she's like, not into it. Next, on to the next one, whatever. And then we go to Aladdin, who is one jump ahead of the hitman.
One swing ahead of the sword.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. He's just out, gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat. I'll tell you all about it when I got the time.
You're my only friend, Abu. Oh, it's that Aladdin hit the bottom. Yeah, great songs in there. Yeah. It's a good one.
It is a good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then swinging around, jumping, trying to steal his bread. And then he's like, all right.
You won't get away so easy. You think that was easy?
Yep. And then off he goes to his little hole-in-the-wall hut. And then the next day, Jasmine is like, I have had enough of this provincial life. I'm out of here. So she's like, I'm sneaking out of here. And Raja's like, please don't go. And she's like, I love you, buddy. And then he's like, all right, I'll boost you up. And sends her out of the palace.
And she goes, doesn't bring any money, which is an interesting move.
It is an interesting move.
But she's been in the...
She's never left the palace. So she doesn't, perhaps she doesn't have a real concept of
I hope you're going to pay for that. And she's like, pay?
What? Tell my dad.
What does that mean?
And he's like, who is your dad? So when she gives an apple to the little kid she's like, oh, you must be hungry. Here you go. Because, food is just plentiful and readily available. Right. And so then as she's about to have her hands cut off for being a thief, Aladdin steps in because he sees her walking down the marketplace and he's like, whoa, look at that bodacious babe. Yeah. And that's a Fern Gully quote. Have you seen Fern Gully?
I think
that is another Robin Williams one.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh, my God. Fern Gully is a classic. Is it a Disney classic? I don't think so. I'm going to look it up. Fern Gully, though, that's another one where it's like when you're asking yourself, why are millennials the way that we are?
Which one is Fern Gully?
Fern Gully he's Batty. My name is Batty. It's not a Disney movie.
Production company, FAI Films, Croyer Films.
Well, that'll be a good one. We'll have to watch that one after Hot Disney Summer.
Yes, after.
Yes. Oh, wow. We're going to watch it just for fun because Robin Williams, we should do a Robin Williams just like a run on it because dedicate some serious time because Fern Gully, Robin Williams as Batty it's great. Okay, but back to Aladdin.
Yes.
We have Aladdin and he meets Jasmine in the market and he's like in the streets of Agrabah and
once again instantly in love.
Right, of course, because she's beautiful and then he saves her. So they do have a little bit of a trauma bond in that way where she's like, you're the one who saved me, so now I'm beholden to you. But also, I don't know, maybe I don't know about that because she's a little hard to get. She is a little bit of she's just disenchanted because she's been so overly exposed to all of these men that are just out here trying to woo her basically. So she's just like, ugh, whatever. Yeah. But then what she does seem to kind of develop a little bit of an attraction to his lifestyle and because she sees his freedom as, the epitome of freedom, and he sees her life, which she doesn't know is her life, but he sees the castle as the epitome of freedom, and they bond over basically feeling trapped and
just trapped.
And then they sit there but then so at this point Jafar had seen who Aladdin was with the ring, and he and Iago were powering up the storm camera.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, that's the guy we need. So found him, sent the guards after him. The guards come storming into his little hut, and they're both like, they're after me. They're after you. And then, do you trust me? Jump.
Yes. Then jump. Yeah.
If you said, do you trust me? Jump off this building with me. I would be like, okay, I mean, yes, I trust you, but also you're not going to be able to, it's like leading a horse to water, you know, where it's like you can lead a horse upstairs, but you can't lead him downstairs or whatever. I'm just going to, I dig in, and my body is going to take over in a way that my brain can't.
But there's also guys with swords coming in.
Also true,
Yeah,
but I'm the princess, you know.
True. I probably would have revealed it a little bit earlier. Like, sorry?
Yeah. This is all fun and games here, fellas, but you work for me.
You have any idea who I am?
Yes.
No.
Do you know who I am?
You think these Dorito-shaped earrings are free?
They are the perfect Dorito-shaped earrings, too. That's exactly what they always were, was Doritos.
Mm-hmm. Doritos 3D was a thing for a while, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so those are Doritos 3D earrings. Yeah.
Very tasty. Little puffy Doritos.
Yeah.
So they go down, they get captured in the streets, whatever, and she's like, unhand him by order. And they're like, sorry, princess, but our orders come straight from the royal vizier.
You'll have to take it up with him.
I will. And they haul him off. And so she goes stomping into the palace, and she's like, Jafar. And he's like, so sorry, he's already been killed. And she was like, devastated. Runs off crying.
How dare you?
Yeah. My dad's going to hear about this. So then she's crying by the fountain, and he's like, whatever. So he's in the dungeon. Abu comes in to rescue him. And
Abu
comes in clutch.
Yes, but he also causes a lot of issues.
That's true. He does. I mean, it's typical.
Namely in the Cave of Wonders.
Right.
You know.
But it is typical of a monkey. What do you expect?
True.
You know? But, I mean, with great power comes great responsibility. He's able to come in, and he can get you out of any bad situation. And then at the same time, it's like, this is a disaster of my own making. Kind of like me yesterday when I was trying to go to brunch and I couldn't find, well, that was me not being able to find the jean dress that I wanted to wear. It was a disaster of your making. And I still don't know
Of
where
my
it is.
making?
Yes, because you washed my laundry, which I know might sound like,
right?
Sorry, ladies, he's all mine. He's taken. But yes, I would prefer that you don't wash my laundry because then I know where to find it. It wasn't in there. So I couldn't wear the thing that I wanted to wear. So I had to go downstairs and put on something that I was like, whatever, now I just have to throw some clothes on. And then I didn't have my wallet with me because I left my wallet at the store. So I didn't have that. And then I went out to the car and I left the window down, and it had rained the night before. And then there was no gas in the Subaru. And so it was just one thing after the other after the other. Yeah, it was a disaster of my own making, which is Abu. Creates these problems for Aladdin, but then also he can solve them. So he's in the dungeon, and this old rickety old man is like, let me tell you about the Cave of Wonders, boy. And we come to find out that that's Jafar in disguise.
You need a bear, strong legs and a strong back.
Yep.
Yep. Tricks him into
going into the Cave of Wonders. Yep. And meanwhile, Jasmine's sad and weepy, and she goes to her dad, and her dad's like, Jafar, how dare you? You don't kill anybody without me knowing about it first.
Yeah.
And
we'll
then
talk about executions of all prisoners from here on out.
Yes. And Jafar's like, oh, sorry, my liege. And then we have Aladdin and Abu going down into the Cave of Wonders. Don't touch the forbidden treasure. Just get the lamp.
Everything's good until Abu sees a big old diamond.
Big old, and he just gets his hands on it. Big old
ruby.
ruby. Can't handle it. And even the carpet is like, don't do it, man. And he does it anyway. And so then everything, you've touched the forbidden treasure, and then it melts around him. But so then they're on the carpet, and they're trying to fly out of the cave. Yeah. Cinematic masterpiece. It looks very 3D before 3D was a thing. And then zoom goes up. The carpet gets hit by a falling rock. Abu gets saved, and they're about to get out. And Aladdin is dangling from the edge, and Jafar in disguise is like, give me the lamp.
Giving you your reward. Yes. Your eternal reward. And then Abu bites his arm, and then they fall down into the cave.
Yep. And he had already gotten the lamp back. Jafar had gotten the lamp back at that point.
Yes. Pickpocketed it.
Yep, he did. And so here they are in the cave. The rug Magic Carpet,
Yeah.
Magic Carpet, Abu, and Aladdin. And then...
Enter the star of the show.
Yeah, truly,
Genie.
it would not be what it was if not for Genie. Wah-ah. Oh, no. So good.
Yeah.
Great opening song for a character.
Yeah.
You ain't never had a friend like me. Can your friends do that?
Can you pull this out of the little hat? Yeah.
And he is, when he's talking to the rug, give me some tassel.
Rug man, give me some tassel. Yeah, that was great.
Oh, Robin Williams, one of the greats. Mm-hmm. So then Aladdin tricks the genie into using he doesn't use one of his 3 wishes. He tricks the genie into getting them out of the cave. And then
some powerful genie, you probably couldn't even get us out of this cave.
Yeah.
Like, I'll show you. Yeah. That's
Off
great.
they go. And then
exits are here.
What does he do? He goes
everywhere.
He goes, how does he keep his hands inside the vehicle? What does he do?
He shrinks them in.
Yep. And then they end up by a little oasis.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about the wishes, because he had already done the wishes,
I can't bring people back from the dead.
It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it.
Can't make anyone fall in love. Can't bring people back from the dead.
And he cannot, no wishing for more wishes. Yes.
A few
quid pro quos. Yes. And,
that's great.
But then he says, can you make me a prince? And he says, basically, bam, you're a prince. Yep. And we have the...
Mumbo, shimmy, dumbo. Into an elephant.
Yeah, and they go riding into town. He's got 52 peacocks. Yeah, llamas. That's another good song, too.
100 bad guys with swords.
Prince Ali, 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 Ababwa.
Strong as
10 regular men, take it from me. Prince Ali.
He's raised to gallop in hordes. 100 bad guys with swords. Yeah. Yeah.
God, I think
so good.
So good. We should get the Aladdin soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be playing Disney songs all day at the store today.
100 bad guys with swords. Yeah.
And he ends up in the palace, and Jafar is like, we don't need, because he had just told the Sultan that he was going to, he's like, if the princess has not taken a suitor by the whatever.
Iago suggested it.
Yes, that what if you marry her and then you can kick her off, which at this point, I was pretty convinced that Jafar is gay. Because he wants nothing to do, really doesn't want anything to do with the princess, but he's more obsessed with power, which he does have a pretty creepy moment later on.
What does he say?
Okay, hello, pussycat, or whatever. Yeah, come here, pussycat. Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's down the road.
That's very far into the movie, but yeah. So, I don't think he's gay, but he's definitely a creep, a total creep, power hungry creep. But anyway, so Iago was like, I've got a great idea. What if you marry the princess and then
you become the chump prince?
Yes, and then we can drop daddy and the princess off a cliff into the ocean.
Kersplat.
Yeah. I'll make him eat all these moldy crackers. But
he's from Boston now?
I don't know where Gilbert Gottfried is from.
Yeah.
But he has a very unique, distinct voice.
Yes.
I think that Aladdin is the best thing to have happened to Gilbert Gottfried, but also if
you ever watch the show? The animated show?
Of Aladdin?
Aladdin, yeah.
Yes, I think it was on.
It was a good one.
Yeah. So Iago says, what if you marry the princess? And so then Jafar pulls up this contract basically, and pulls up this, like, what the law of the land is, and he's like, goes to the Sultan and he said, well, I found a loophole in this law that you can pick her suitor, and if no suitor has come, then she must marry the royal vizier.
Well, that would be me. Yes.
Creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And then puts him under his spell again.
That's when Aladdin, he's hypnotizing him again, and then Aladdin's
He's like, you've been hypnotized
entrance.
by this. Oh, yes. Because then he comes in and
He's like, but you're so old. And then he's the princess will marry me.
And then all of a sudden it's the music playing and the little Sultan he's like, listen to that music.
And his little
tiny
pitter-patter.
little legs, yep. Pitter-patter of little Sultan feet. And he runs off to go watch the show to be razzle-dazzled. And then, Prince Ali Abu Ababwa. Prince Abu. Yes.
Jafar calls him.
Yes. And he comes in and he's talking to the Sultan is enamored with him right away. And he's like, oh yeah, you can marry her. And he's like, surely I'll win her over or whatever. I will win her. And Jasmine comes walking in and she was like, I am not a prize to be won. Yeah.
What abs?
Yeah. All these men sitting around talking about my fate.
No.
And then she storms off. And then Aladdin goes to her balcony.
Yeah.
And is like, I want to...
Using the magic carpet.
Yes, using the magic carpet. He's like, can we go on a date? And she was like, whatever, Genie is buzzing around a little bee.
But and then he takes his hood off to swat at Genie.
Yes,
as a bee. Wait, do I know you?
Yeah, and he's like, no, I have servants who go to the market for my servants, and I've never been there. And she was like, okay. And so then she's kind of a little bit like intrigued, but then she's also like, but whatever, you're just another typical guy, whatever. And so she starts being overly complimentary of him, and the Genie is, as a little buzzing bee, is like, mayday.
Yeah.
And she tells him to leave. Basically, why don't you go jump off a balcony? And he's like, you're right. And she's, what? And he's like,
no, what?
Yeah. How are you doing that? And so then they go on a magic carpet ride because he can show her the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Come on, princess, when did you last let your heart decide?
A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes.
Classic.
Yes.
And so they go on this magic carpet ride, and she's starting to see parallels between Aladdin.
She's like, so does Abu?
Yes,
Abu didn't want to come with,
right?
Because he doesn't like flying.
He had reached up and grabbed an apple off a tree, and then did his shoulder roll to her, popped it, and that was when she was like, okay.
Well, he also said, "Do you trust me?"
Yes, and so she was, so she was like, "Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here." So then there they are, sitting under the stars.
How she says it?
Okay.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. Okay. And so they're sitting up under the stars, looking out at the desert, and that was when she says, "So did Abu not want to come?" No, he doesn't like flying.
Are they in Greece or something? It looks like the Parthenon.
Oh, maybe.
In the background.
I don't know. They were flying all over the place. Yeah. And she's... I
wonder how fast that magic carpet goes.
I don't know. Magic carpet was... Cave of Wonders was my nickname in high school. Yeah, she tricks Aladdin into revealing himself, and he continues to perpetuate the lie that he is a prince and whatever, because he thinks in his mind that's the only way he's going to be able to get the girl. Whoa, whoa. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't be shy. You've got to get the girl.
Got it.
Yeah, that was how I was tying it back.
Okay.
So she's like, okay, fine, we can date or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they go back, and at this point, Jafar had realized who Aladdin was or something.
Who Ali Ababwa was.
Yes, because he saw the lamp in his
hat.
And then when he gets back and he puts Jasmine back up on her balcony, basically, and the magic carpet floats down.
That's when
all the guards come and capture him, and then Jafar takes the lamp.
Because they kiss.
No, Jafar does not take the lamp. Jafar is getting rid of Aladdin at this point. He doesn't know that he's got the lamp. Yes, because
you're right. Yep, doesn't know yet.
Because Jasmine and Aladdin have kissed, and they're like, yeah, we are so in love. Mm. And then the guards take him, and they're going to go. He's like, get rid of him, throw him in, attached to a ball and chain, and throws him over the edge. Where is Abu at this point?
Tied up on the tree.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And
netted in the tree.
Yes, and because he's the elephant at that point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so then Aladdin gets thrown overboard.
Magic carpet is tied around a tree.
Yep. Yes, he is. And Aladdin gets chucked into the ocean off a cliff with the magic lamp.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are under the ocean, and they, as in Aladdin and the lamp, are under the ocean. And he's trying to get himself over to the lamp, and he passes out under the water.
Yeah.
And the lamp rubs up against his hands, and Genie comes out, and he said...
Right when you get in the tub.
Yeah.
So, something.
Yeah. So
he's like, Al, Al, you got to wish for it, buddy.
Yep. And I need you to say, Genie, I want you to save my life.
Yeah. Turns into a submarine. And,
yep.
Yeah.
As his head nods down, and he was like, that's it. Yep, I take that as a yes. And so then off they go, and brings him out of the ocean into his little hut that he's staying in. And then the next day, he's like, all you have to do now is just say the magic words, save.
Yeah, you got your princess.
Yep. He's like, but they want to make me sultan, and I can't be a sultan.
I'm not even a prince. I can't keep this up on my own.
Yep, I need you. I need you here to do this for me and whatever. And so he's like, well, typical. You've been lying to everybody else, so what would I expect?
I was just feeling left out, he says.
And so Genie goes back into his lamp, and Aladdin storms off because he's like, well, I've got some things to think about. Meanwhile, Jafar has found out that the lamp is with Aladdin and who Aladdin is.
How does he find out again?
Prince Ali. He was walking and he saw it in his hat. And so
because
they had come in and they were like, he's been trying to control you with this.
A boo-boo is gone.
Yes. And so then he's like, as he's trying to make Jasmine get married, and he's like, he's got him under the spell again.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, are you sure about that? And then he breaks his staff, and Jafar is going to be kicked down into the dungeon. And so what has happened is as Aladdin was walking away, he saw the magic lamp in his hat that's tied to his belt, and he was like, oh, I want that. And then he ends up...
Because Iago goes to steal...
the next day.
Because
at this point... in the dungeon.
At this point, Jafar is on the run.
Yes, because he had popped his little cloud.
Vial of whatever it was.
Yeah, his little cherry cloud. And then he was like, took off. Yeah. And he was like, Iago, you're going to get that lamp for me. And he's like, yes, master. Yeah. And then so he was pretending to be a flamingo. Ali, oh, Ali. Come to the menagerie, hurry. And so he goes running out. This is after his fight with the flamingo. Beat it, Pinky. And
whacks him. Iago is a great character.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And so then he goes running in and grabs the lamp, and then there you have it. He brings it to Jafar, and off they go. Beat it, Pinky.
And he gets the lamp. Yeah.
Yes, he does, and brings it to Jafar.
And then Jafar's first wish to make him the Sultan, right? Yes, because it goes Sultan.
Make her fall in love with me.
No, Sultan.
He says that.
Oh.
Make me the most powerful.
There are a few quid pros pro.
Yeah.
Because it's first he wants to be the Sultan.
Yep.
Then he makes him the Sultan. The genie lifts up the castle and puts it on the mountain.
Reigning Sultan on high.
Yep. And then
he does the one about falling in love with me.
He says he doesn't actually wish for it.
No. Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't, because she sees Aladdin coming in.
Yes, he wishes for it, and that was when the genie's like, quid pro quo.
I don't think he actually does it, because he ends up having 3 wishes.
He does, but he thought that was his second one, and then so all of this, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, because Jafar, he ran away and he was like, ha 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 ha. So then he takes the lamp, and then Aladdin, because he was having his whole like emotional crisis with not being like, I can't be the Sultan, I can't do this without you. And so then somehow we find ourselves in a kidnapping scenario where Jafar has kidnapped Jasmine. Now she's like chained up, very reminiscent of Princess Leia in Return of the Jedi, where she's like chained up with her like flowy robe on or whatever, and her hair up in a different ponytail, and she's like serving Jafar, and he's being all real creepy with her, and
still defiant.
Yes.
And the Sultan is just like, well.
Yep. And so he's like, Genie, make me make me a sultan, the most powerful sultan reigning on high. And that was when Aladdin came in, and the genie was like, I'm sorry, kid, I've got a new master now. And then he makes Jafar the
power in the
sultan.
world.
Well, yeah, so then he...
So the first
Oh,
wish,
yes.
first wish is sultan.
And then
Second
he
wish
says,
is
make her
powerful.
fall in love with me. And he says, sorry, sir, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then she turns and you hear her go, Jafar. And then she's being all
I
like...
never knew how handsome you are.
And so, because she saw Aladdin coming in to sneak in to rescue
the wish
her.
doesn't actually go through.
No, the wish doesn't go through, but he thinks it's gone through as his second wish.
No.
And she's like, your beard is so twisted. And ooh, it's a very creepy scene because she's like kind of seducing Jafar. And so she's like, Jafar. And she's being all like, ooh. And he was like, oh, yes, it worked, whatever. And then Genie's like, I didn't think that I could do that, whatever. And then he's like, oh, yes, pussycat, come here, whatever. And it was
the worst part of the film,
creepiest.
For sure.
Yes, when Jafar says pussycat, it is the skin crawlingest moment of any Disney movie ever.
That's a pretty bad one.
Come here, pussycat. Ugh. And so then she's off, your beard is so twisted and being all whatever. So then Aladdin could rescue her, except Jafar sees in all of the reflective gold and jewelry around him that there's Aladdin.
He
and
sees Aladdin is
like,
trying to steal the lamp.
And then he's like, ugh, you. Yep. And so casts Jasmine aside. Then his next wish at this point, after a little bit of a scuffle, is Sultan.
Sorcerer. And then he turns into a snake.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a battle.
Aladdin in his clutches. And
and then he's like, yeah, except the genie is always going to be more powerful than you and, whatever. And then the genie is like, Al, why are you bringing me into this? You're just instigating him and making him angry and whatever. And he's like, yes, you're right.
But Aladdin's got a plan.
Right. He is more powerful than me. Genie, I want you to make me the most powerful genie
in the world.
And so then, which is like, I want to be the most powerful sultan in the world. Boom, you're the most powerful sultan in the world. Make me the most powerful sorcerer in the world. Okay, boom, you're the most powerful sorcerer. Okay, make me the most powerful genie in all the world. Okay.
Yeah, he's a little greedy. His downfall.
It is his downfall. I don't think he's gay. I think he is bisexual. But beyond all of that, I think Jafar's biggest thing is power. Money, power, hustle, repeat.
He's power sexual.
He is power sexual. And so he becomes the most powerful genie, and then Aladdin's like, ha ha ha, I've got a plan.
Phenomenal cosmic power.
Phenomenal cosmic power.
Itty bitty living space.
And so he sucks him back into the lamp, and
into
then the
a different
genie's
lamp.
Like, into
it's
it, yes,
his
into
own lamp,
his
a black lamp.
His black ominous lamp with Iago, and get your beak out of my face, whatever. And they're fighting in their tiny itty bitty living space.
Yes.
And the genie's like, I'll take care of that. 100,000 years in the Cave of Wonders ought to do him good.
Chill him out.
Yes, and then bing, off to the Cave of Wonders he goes. And then the genie, he's like, Genie, I wish you free. And he was like, let's say the word and you'll be a prince again. And he was like, Genie, I wish you free.
You're free.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. What? What'd you say?
And then chink, chink, his chains fall away.
He's got a goofy shirt on.
Because he's going to go off and see the world.
Yeah.
And so, and the Sultan has made it into, he's like, am I Sultan or am I Sultan?
Yeah.
He can make the rule be whatever he wants it to be.
Yep.
And so the law then now officially decreed that the princess can marry whatever suitor she finds
worthy.
Yes. Yep. Which is then Aladdin. And so then they go off and get married. And Genie is like, peace out, homies. I'm going to Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And he's gone.
Yep.
And then we've just got this. Now we've got Aladdin and Jasmine and the Sultan, and everything is put back to normal.
And that's where the show picks up.
Yes.
The animated TV show.
And then we have the Return of Jafar, which is Aladdin 2 that Robin Williams is not in. Mm-hmm. There was a bit of a problem with, I think, pay, and he was like, if you're not going to see me as the star that I am, then go ahead and do it without me.
Yeah.
And arguably Return of Jafar was, I mean, I cared less about it when I realized that it was not Robin Williams. Because even as a kid... Is
the genie in it?
The genie's in it, but it's a different genie. It's not Robin Williams. They tried to make it similar. And I think it's the genie from the show. The guy who voiced it from the show. But he comes back, Robin Williams comes back for season 3. Because arguably when you don't have Robin Williams in your camp, it's like, he's like, okay, fine, peace out. I'll do my own thing. And then he
Dan
came back.
Castellaneta.
Is he the one from the show?
Oh, so he's a Simpsons guy.
Ah, yeah. He did the best he could with what he had, you know. But when you're second choice and you know your second choice, it's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make the best of it? Or me personally, I don't do second best well, so I would just dip out. I'd be like, nah, I don't want to be second choice in your genie.
Yep, he is
marathon.
on the television series.
So I mean, I get it, but it's also like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, no. And I don't want the world to see me as second best. You're second choice. So we have Aladdin and Jasmine. What are their chances?
I think of all the couples that we've talked about, I think their chances are the best.
I completely agree. I really like them together. I do think that it would have been nice for Jasmine if she would have been able, because I also think that Jasmine is maybe a little bisexual herself. I think she and Ariel would have had a really good run, but ultimately
All right.
I do like her with, because I think Jasmine and Ariel have a lot in common.
Okay.
And I think they would have, at the very least, they would have enjoyed each other's company.
Yeah.
Both as two trapped princesses
Mm-hmm.
that like, you know,
Want
different
something
type of
different.
adventure. But I do like Jasmine and Aladdin together.
Yes.
I think they're each other's perfect match because he's charming and cunning, and she's smart and she can keep up with him. But in the way where I think Ariel and Aladdin would be each other's complete demise.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jasmine is like, she's still like, yeah, I'm a princess and also I'm a badass. And Ariel is like, I'm a princess, but I think Ariel would destroy things around her to prove herself, whereas I think Jasmine is a little bit more refined. She doesn't need to destroy anything around her to prove herself.
I can see that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I really like Aladdin and Jasmine together. I think we've settled on that.
Yeah.
I think we have Ariel and, who do we have Ariel with? Oh, Peter Pan. Ariel and Peter Pan together. I really like them together. We have Ursula and the Beast together.
Pocahontas and Tarzan.
Pocahontas and Tarzan.
We'll have to talk about
Belle and
Tarzan
Quasimodo.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we'll have to do Tarzan. What have you learned about yourself as we've been going through hot Disney summer?
That I grew up with a very unrealistic idea of love.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have always liked the idea of being captured and taken away from you. I was infatuated with the idea of being captured and taken away. And also being spied on was something that I had romanticized as well. Like being admired from afar, but really what it is you're being spied on. Like I had always wished, and having a secret admirer, that was also something that I was obsessed with, was the secret love affair. So, and maybe it's because I was not outwardly loved and appreciated in my childhood. So the idea of there being somebody out there who loved and cared about me and admired me or whatever.
Yeah, and I think I was interested in being saved by love.
I can definitely see that. And I wonder what people with a healthy relationship with their parents, how they viewed Disney movies. Do they view it as just like what is intended, like escapism, and you're just like, that would be crazy or whatever, and then like off they go? Because that was definitely not my reality. Was very.
Is it
much.
any different nowadays, though? You know, movies that are being put out.
I think so.
You think so?
I mean, well, because even look at the shift in like the Disney movies changed when like even Emperor's New Groove was not a love story. Frozen was not a love story. Frozen was a sisterly story. Yeah. And what was Luca? The two little boys. The one is the fish boy.
Onward.
Yep. Oh God, Onward is such a good one.
Yeah.
I think telling more stories of it shifted away from.
Oh, Onward is DreamWorks, isn't it?
No, Onward is Pixar.
Is it? That's on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it went away from the needing love to save you and entered into, let's talk about having a nice family life and what it might look like. Yes, your dad can die, but then also like we still love and care and admire him.
Is Pixar.
And I think what Pixar was trying to do at the time with like Toy Story and things like that, it was very much just like, it's almost like Pixar was the antithesis of Disney, where it was like at the same time you're looking at like, okay, look at this stuff that Disney's putting out, these like unrealistic expectations of relationships, and everything is so like heavily centered on like more adult themes.
Yeah.
Pixar was like, what if toys
Came alive.
got lost and needed to find their way back to each other? And so you still have the drama and the intrigue, but it's less about love. And it's telling a fun story. So it's arguably, if you tell, were kids attracted to the love story? Absolutely not. They were attracted to the colors and the songs and the characters.
But they have these undertones of
it's everything that you're serving up to children. Why is cereal in the cereal aisle, the bright, shiny, ones that kids want, down so low so kids see it and want it? How do you serve up cigarettes to kids? You have cute mascots. And then you're just breeding the next generation of who your clientele is going to be. Ultimately, yes, Disney was serving up adult themes to children in a way that was palatable. But then when you had on the opposite side of it, where you had Pixar, who's like, what about a couple of ants that like want to rise up? Yeah. We can teach people things that are beneficial for them to learn. Yeah. And not raise children to be.
Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all about...
Good on you, Pixar.
Yeah,
Good on you.
I don't know that there was much of a love story. The love story, if there ever was a love story, it was more of a secondary story to overall what was happening.
Like Bug's Life it's secondary.
Mm-hmm. Ratatouille, it's secondary with Luigi and what's her name. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we've got a couple more things for Hot Disney Summer. Next week, when this episode comes out, we're going to be... to go to Wyoming, and then when we come back, we'll have to watch one and see if we can record one and then be all set to go.
Sounds good.
With our next, because not only are we having Hot Disney Summer, but we're also just having Hot Business Summer.
Hot Business Summer.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for sticking through. And if you are really enjoying, what's our call to action? If you're really enjoying Hot Disney Summer, why don't you subscribe, follow, all of those things? Yeah. Subscribe to the show so you can get notified when new episodes drop. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see, I think Abby posts on YouTube. She posts our stuff on YouTube if you want to actually see what we are doing here. Mm-hmm. And that's that.
Love Story Podcast.
Love Story Podcast.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And now a word from our sponsor, Chaz James from Premier Real Estate Services.
Once our offer has been accepted, the next step is going through what's called the inspection phase. Now, you don't have to have an inspection, but I strongly suggest you get an inspection because the inspection is for you. During that phase, we can negotiate. We can do some different things during that bit. And once we are able to close the inspection phase, the next phase is pending financing. Okay. So if you're going straight cash, this phase is really short, and this is where title in the background is doing their work. They're putting things together for you, make sure that you're, clear title, and we're not going to get into the minutia of it, but the white flag, so to speak, is clear to close. That means that your financing is done, you've gotten your insurance and stuff taken care of, title has cleared everything, and then we move on to the closing phase, and then you're able to close and the home is yours. It usually takes about 30 days to make sure that all of the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So.
Hello world, I'm Chaz James with Premier Real Estate, Minnesota's favorite West Indian realtor. I want to be your real estate hype man.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Love Story Podcast.
Be sure to leave us a rating and review and subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes.